Forensic psychologists have identified an exact pattern that explains why narcissists target specific people and why the relationship cycle feels impossible to escape. This is the complete breakdown. Stick around until the end, because the final part of this video is the most important thing you will ever learn. About protecting yourself from this pattern, let's start at the beginning. Part 1. The selection. Narcissists do not fall in love. They select. And the selection process is far more calculated than most people ever realize. Before a narcissist makes their first move, they have already assessed everything about you. How you respond to compliments, how quickly you trust, how deeply you feel, how badly you want to be chosen. They are not looking for weakness, they are looking for depth, empathy, loyalty, forgiveness, the capacity to love completely, because those are the exact traits that make someone impossible to leave. Here's the disturbing part. The more you are capable of loving, the more valuable you are to someone who is incapable of it. You were not randomly chosen. You were selected because of everything that is beautiful about you. And that is the darkest truth of this entire pattern. Part 2, the Idealise Stage. Once selected, the idealization stage begins. This is love bombing, and it is not an exaggeration. To call it chemical warfare on your brain. You are told you are perfect, the best thing that has ever happened to them, unlike anyone they have ever met. This intensity feels overwhelming and incredible, and there is a biological reason for that. Your brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding chemical released between a mother and her newborn child. It is one of the most powerful bonding chemicals your body produces. The narcissist knows exactly how to trigger it. Consistent attention, mirrored interests, grand gestures, constant validation. By the time this stage ends, you are neurologically bonded to a version of them that was never entirely real. Part 3, the Devalue Stage. Then it shifts. Small criticisms begin. Subtle comparisons to other people. Comments that plant seeds of doubt about your own perception. This stage is called devaluation, and it serves one specific purpose. It makes you work harder to get back the version of them from stage 1. You start changing your behavior. You start apologizing more. You start questioning your own memory of events. This is where gaslighting becomes most effective, because you are already emotionally invested from the idealization stage, and now you desperately want to fix whatever is going wrong. The cruelty of this stage is that it does not feel like cruelty while it is happening. It feels like a relationship problem you can solve if you just try hard enough. Part 4, the discard stage. Eventually, the discard happens. Sudden withdrawal, cold distance, sometimes complete disappearance. This stage is often the most psychologically devastating because it activates something specific in your brain. Researchers have found that social rejection activates the exact same neural pathway as physical pain. Being discarded by a narcissist is not just emotionally painful. Your brain processes it the same way it would process a physical injury. This is why the pain of this stage feels so disproportionate to people who have never experienced it. It is not an exaggeration, it is neuroscience. Part 5, why the cycle repeats. Here is what almost nobody understands about this pattern. After the discard, the cycle does not end. It restarts, back to idealization, pulling you back in with the exact version of them you fell for originally. This is sometimes called hoovering, named after the vacuum cleaner brand because it describes exactly what it feels like, being sucked back in. And here is the critical thing to understand. This is not random behavior. This is a calculated cycle designed specifically to keep you chasing a version of someone that only ever existed in stage 1. The relationship was never truly about you. It was about maintaining the cycle. Part 6, breaking the cycle. So how do you actually break free from this pattern? The first step is recognizing that your nervous system has likely been trained to associate this intensity with love itself. If the relationship felt calm and consistent, it would feel boring to a nervous system that has been conditioned to expect highs and lows. This means the discomfort you feel when stepping away is not a sign you are making the wrong decision. It is withdrawal from a cycle your brain became dependent on. The second step is understanding that going back during the hoovering stage does not restart the relationship. It restarts the entire cycle from the beginning. Idealization, devaluation, discard, every single time. The pattern does not change because the apology felt sincere. The third and most important step is this. Healing does not require understanding why they did this to you. It only requires understanding that they did. You do not need their explanation to move forward. You only need your own decision to stop being available for the next cycle. If this video explained a pattern you have lived through, you are not alone and you are not broken. You experienced something specifically designed to make you feel that way. Subscribe for more deep psychological breakdowns like this one, and drop a comment below if any part of this explains something you have been through.